The finals of the $100,000 Body Glove Surf Bout 3.
Well, Mike, we're underway with the finals. $30,000 out here right now. This is the granddaddy, as we said. And here's a little set straight away. Let's see who wants to open up. Looks like down here on the end. Two guys looking at it. Let's see what happens. Chris Brown goes on his forehand. Slater with the backside rail grab gets covered up. Brown off the top. Great opening from two great surfers. Oh, a tail sliding off the top from Brown down there on the end. Whacks it off the top. Slater straightens out, but Brown's still going. Meanwhile, behind him, Charlie Coon in the yellow, Mike.
Charlie Coon from Florida is just screaming down the open face of that wave. Goes a little bit vertical. This thing is really shaping up nice for him. He can really play with this thing. He goes back and forth. Little bit of green wave still to go. He's going to connect now to the other section of this wave in time for one big bash, and it's a small floater off the top. So, Peter, right off the get-go, we've got three good waves.
Well, a great little opening backside rail grab from Kelly Slater. As we take a quick look at it again, he just takes off in the pocket, lets Brown go right, and pulls up in there, grabs it, gets covered up, pops out. A nice little opening ride, but I think Chris Brown had a better ride down the other side with a couple of really nice rips off the top.
Well, it ought to be pretty. Here he is. They call him the refrigerator. He goes left side. It's a backside attack for him. Bud Llamas from Huntington Beach, California. Good little green wall in front of him. Nice spray of water off the tail block of his board. Now just flying down the open face. There's the wraparound cutback. Outside, they're scratching and kicking.
And up and riding, Slater goes up into the lip, drops down onto the open face, roundhouse wraparound into the pocket right there. Drops down on the open face, another roundhouse into the pocket again. And Slater down the inside gets a little layback cover up there under the lip. And Slater there with three good strong moves, two roundhouse wraparounds and a layback cutback. Continues to work it over down the inside, but outside, corduroy to the horizon once again.
Here goes Charlie Coon. He's going to take a look at this one from Florida. Good line in front of him. Gets a great cover-up, big-time cover-up. Off to the top, there it is, big sea spray off the end of his board. Good little section. He's in the racetrack part of it right now. Outside, it looks as though it is Chris Brown.
And Chris Brown drops the bottom, squares it off the top. Beautiful under the open face, roundhouse wraparound into the pocket, off the whitewater there. Lots of speed from Brown outside. Another roundhouse wraparound into the pocket. Looked just like Slater's too, but he had that bigger outside move. Another roundhouse wraparound in the pocket from Chris Brown. And he's just ripping the heck out of this wave. Down the inside racetrack section, off the top again, a little floater over that lip, and I'd say that's the best wave so far in the final, Mike.
Next message.
Yeah, what up, Steph? Call me up. I'm going to be in town all this week, so if you want to get that track taken care of, let me know.
Well, let's take a look at it one more time, because Chris Brown always in the right place at the right time. Peter Townend called it the Chris Brown wraparound. I guess we'd have to stick with that one right now. In every critical section, he would draw himself back into it, he'd get ahead of it, then draw himself back into it again. He kept himself in this wave to perfection. So Chris Brown out of Santa Barbara, big score on the scorecard, I'm sure. Welcome back, everybody, to Surfing on Prime Network. Mike Chamberlain, Peter Townend, and the four finalists in the water right now. Brown, Slater, Coon, and Llamas.
Mike, look at this set. Unbelievable. There's like 1, 2, maybe 3 giant waves, the biggest waves of the final so far. This might even be an 8-foot set, the biggest set of the whole contest here in the finals. Look at this wave on the inside of this peak. Dropping into it, Kelly Slater takes the drop. Look at that green face. Goes up, snaps on the open face, cuts back, drops down into it again. Comes off the bottom, roundhouse wraparound into the pocket. Setting up for the inside. Out on the open face, big roundhouse into the pocket, gets covered up. Behind him though, Mike, look at this wave shaping up.
Charlie Coon has got an unbelievable wall of ocean in front of him. Oh, and a nice slash off the top. Here's the big bottom term. He catches up with the white water at the top and another drop back down. Good clean face still in front of him. He's going to make the run for it right here. Oh, and a nice floating drop down to the bottom. So Charlie Coon answers with a good-looking wave to the one that was answered right before by Kelly Slater.
Well, Slater's was definitely better. As I sent you outside to pick up Coon, Slater finished off on the inside with a phenomenal ending move. And we'll just take a look at it real quick. It was just a great move, and that had to be a real high-scoring ride for Kelly Slater.
And while Kelly catches his breath, let's check in with Chris Morrow on the beach.
All right, a man behind the scenes here on the Bud Pro Tour. This is Bill Sullivan. Bill in charge of the ratings, and we got quite a race going on right now, don't we, Bill?
We do, Chris. Incredible performances today by two of the finalists, Chris Brown and Charlie Coon. Definitely going to be putting a lot of heat on Dino and Dino, the leader, as we go into Florida.
So the title race is definitely tightening up. Let's take it back to the surf action out in the water.
Well, Peter, I think you are looking at the biggest set of the afternoon here at Lower Trestles. This could be as big as an 8-foot wave set pulling through right now. And out the back, let's see who's going to pick it off. It's Bud Llamas. He'll go backside. Look at the size of this wave, well over his head. Big slash. He's still got a lot of open ocean to work with. A big wave. It's still forming up nicely for him. So he's had 2 big slashes. The backsider just ripping this wave to shreds. Another big-looking bottom turn. Whitewater flying everywhere. And he ends it all with an elevator floater. And he finally goes into the whitewater. That's a high-scoring wave.
Well, that'll be close. That'll be close to 10s there, Mike. That was incredible. As good a backside wave we've seen in this event. Outside, the set still pouring through. Slater's gone back out there, and here he is. Oh, he got it away from the other guys. A square bottom to him. Oh, vertical, straight up. Drops down to the bottom, squares it up again, an open face snap. He sets up again, drives down the line, comes off the top, sets up for the inside, goes off the bottom, floats over that whitewater around this section, and a big snap on the inside. Meanwhile, outside, Charlie Coon, Mike.
Charlie Coon trying to follow right in the tracks of Kelly Slater's surfboard. He's working it over. Little critical inside section here. Little bitty wraparound, little green wall in front of him.
And outside, it looks like Chris Brown, Mike.
Chris Brown, currently rated number 3 on the PSAA Bud Pro Surfing Tour. He picks off the 4th and final wave of this set. Oh, and a good little bottom turn. Unbelievable surfboard control. Here's the wraparound by Chris Brown. He's trying to make it happen. He's trying to pull out all the stops in the final minutes here of the Body Glove Surf Bout 3. $30,000 to the eventual winner, but Kelly Slater, I think, may have won that exchange big time.
Well, he had an unbelievable wave, but don't be surprised if that wave of Bud Llamas was right up there with it, because he had 4 unbelievable backside snaps under the lip and also finished off with a big floater of his own down there on the end. Slater, too, though, had the big vertical outside wave. I'd say that it was going to be real close scoring in that exchange.
Here it looks like maybe the last wave of the afternoon.
Well, it looks like it's going to be split between Llamas and Brown. There goes Llamas to the left, Brown to the right. This might be the last ride. Couple of moves on the inside. I think Llamas is getting the better of it there, Mike.
Definitely get a little bit more tube out of the whole thing, and the Bud Peter.
It's unbelievable, Mike. I mean, the sun's setting on, as you say, one of the great days in surfing. Definitely the greatest day in Bud Tour history. There's no question about it. Just great surfing. I mean, Slater in the final, 5 perfect 10s on one ride. It doesn't get any better. That's perfect surfing. And, of course, Bud Llamas, he had a couple of 10s, great surfing. I thought Chris Brown started off incredibly strong, failed to capitalize on it at the end. And Charlie Coon, I don't think he really had the waves that he needed to win, but I'd have to have my money on Slater.
All right, let's take a break, catch our breath. When we come back, we'll see who's going to bank that $30,000 first prize check. We'll be right back. In the background tells you that the Body Glove finals have come to a conclusion here at Trestles, and we saw some great surfing. Welcome back in Tinberg. They're numbers 1 through 4. Okay, here's the big check now for over $30,000. Let's listen in.
Wow, look at that. Slater's first big win. Oh, boy, is he happy about it. I would be too. $30,000. Oh, he's a happy young man. He's going to walk away with that big, big check.
Well, you get the feeling this is the first of many checks to come for this young man out of Florida. Over 30 grand the first time out.
Well, he beat Chris Brown today, and Brown had his measure one time, and behind them, Charlie Coon and Bud Llamas. Big results.
Well, we have to hand out a